Well, hi there. Hey, this shirt, it says, if you can't fix it with duct tape, you haven't used enough. Yeah, and that's nothing to joke at. That's true. Now that kind of will play a part in what I was going to talk about today. But first, I like new inventions and tools, and I showed some of you this summer. Now, this tool here, this why have a bulky old skill saw when you can have this thing that goes on a drill? Now you might ask me, is it safe? Of course it is. Otherwise I wouldn't have it. I can tell you that right now. Here's what it says on there. It says, caution, do not overload, keep blade sharp, for domestic use only. Right, so I mean there's a glitch right there, because if I was going to go out of the country, I can't bring this there. I can only use this in our country, so unless of course it's small enough I could sneak it in a handbag. Now see, look at that. Yeah, I'm not using any electric or anything, just like an electric car. People think that you're saving the environment, but then you have to charge the thing. But where does the electric come from? Well, it just comes out of that cord. Oh, wait a minute. Well, how does it get in there? Yeah, you might want to think about that. But so we'll put that aside for now, because I was going to build a house, so it's going to take a while using that, but it's worth it, because then I'm not going to spend money on some old bulky skill saw. Now, Joe Biden, he signed that executive order so that we can wear so that you're supposed to wear a mask on government property for 100 days, and he wants governors to push that mandate in every state, but some of them aren't doing that. So, but then he was caught not following his own mandate. But, oh well, I mean, do as I say, not as I do, huh? Well, Anthony Fauci said we should mask up with 2 masks now, because an extra layer just makes sense. I was thinking about that, and so I got this mask, and an extra layer makes sense, but if you put Flex Seal on it, that limits the airflow too, and then this mask here counts for like 5 masks, I would guess. But if 2 makes sense, then why not 4 or 6 or 10? Kind of like the minimum wage. If it's $15 an hour, why not 30? Why not 18? Why 15? So anyway, I'm going to put this on because I'm going to be safe again, just like using that saw. And like this shirt, if you can't fix it with duct tape, you haven't used enough. If you can't keep that little guy, that virus, from getting in, yeah, you haven't used enough masks. So we're going to call these masks, this is level 1 safety here. Now, they did talk about mask slippage too. So we don't want mask slippage to happen. So normally I would put double-sided sticky tape under here on the first layer. Now, in case you're wondering what this is an apparatus to keep the virus from getting on anywhere else. Because, to be honest, I don't want the thing on me, so I'm going to use this. Especially now that they found out that roughly all the COVID deaths from the actual COVID deaths are only about 6% of the COVID deaths. But again, I don't know what that means because I'm not that good at math. Now you need a little air from time to time when you're really masking up, because you don't get much. There. I'm putting that one on. Now, all these pre-filters, you don't want to keep them around long, because if, like how everybody wears a mask, you wear the same one. Because if the virus is on it, you're just like a petri dish on your face anyway. There. See? Now there you go. That makes sense, just to have more layers. And I mean, who am I to argue with that? But one thing I liked about the more layers or doubling things is like these things here. Yeah, these are pretty good. And Dot, that's a nickname for Dorothy. That's my wife's name. So of course I gotta like these. Now, sometimes people come near me, and if I'm in the 2-week mark of taking a shower, they might be kind of going like this. So I'll put this, then I should probably use this, like some layers of this 2 or 3 times, because that does make sense. It does. And oh, Fred's got something to say. For anybody that hasn't seen Fred, yeah, he's a good dog. Yeah, he's a pretty good dog. I like him. Fred, what you got going?
Uh, well, I have a question.
Oh, what is it?
Well, um, I did about that. Well, on my date the other night, I found out that the girl dog I went out with does not like my politics.
Oh, that does happen from time to time. But what else is on your mind? I know there was something else bugging you.
Well, yeah. Well, anyway, you know that Andrew Cuomo guy, the governor of um
New York.
oh yeah, New York. Yeah, he said he gave us a warning. He said, "Don't get cocky with COVID."
That's what he said? Why? Wow, isn't he the guy that won an Emmy for his performances at the news conferences?
Yeah, that's a guy. That and then he wrote a book, and it just seems like almost like he's a little cocky too.
It does seem like that, but I'm sure. Well, he probably is. I would guess that he would be.
Yeah. Well, and then there was a few cover-ups, but I guess he's the guy to go to for information on COVID, even though they had the most problems there.
Yeah. Well, Fred, I gotta go. I got work to do, and you have things to do too. You made a mess outside.
Well, I dug a hole in the snow where I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. Well, anyway, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next time. Have a good day.